Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday, June 29th, 2023, the 11th year of Chono book. Let's begin by greeting our two parents. 천지엔 참 부모님께 경배, 바로. And 가정 맹세, I see we have Emily. Could you lead us, please?
Yes, good morning, Mr. Krishnik. Please join me in the family pledge. 가정 맹세 1. 전화국 주인, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 본향 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조 이상인 지상 천국과 천상 천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 천일국 주인, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 전주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 천일국 주인, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과 한족권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 천일국 주인, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조 이상인 천주 대가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 천일국 주인, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 천상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 천일국 주인, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 천운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 천일국 주인, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 천일국 주인, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 천일국 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상 천국과 천상 천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. Mr. Krishna, you're muted.
There we go. I had trouble there. Some other screen popped up and I'm slow. Good morning, Emily. Nice to have you back. Hear your voice again. So let's begin with a prayer. I'd like to ask Charles de Wattville to open us in prayer, please. Charles.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Sorry about that. Please join me in prayer. Good morning, Heavenly Parents. Thank you so much for the chance we have to be alive at your pride this time in history, participate in your province of restoration and healing. And we're grateful for this morning devotion. We pray that through this time we can reflect, share with each other, bring your spirit through all of our activities today, make a good start to this new day. So grateful again for our true parents, for the foundation that they laid and all that we can inherit through them. So please bless this time. We offer this together as your sons and daughters, as bless our families, and I report this name to the Wattville family. Adieu.
Adieu. Thank you very much, Charles. Well, let's go into our breakout and share our gratitude this morning. Okay, there we are. Thank you. I spent the whole time with Gloria, just the two of us, and she was talking about the Spanish ministry. Yeah. Yes, that's a great opportunity there. Yeah. Okay, maybe we can share about our breakouts and what inspirations you heard from one another. Anything you'd like to talk about? Let me see some hands up there. Otherwise, I might just ramble on, and you don't want that. Okay, somebody.
Malaysia.
There we go, Melissa. Okay, wait, she didn't have her yellow hand up. I didn't see it. There you go. Oh, Lan Young graduated yesterday. Big hand for Lan Young. Yes. Wow, looks good. Tell us about it, Melissa. You're muted. You're muted, Melissa. There you go.
My pride and joy. Let me see if I can get the whole thing up. Anyway, it was nice. The Rogers family came, and the youth leader, her good friend Miyuki came,
Wow.
and the Nelson family came,
Yeah.
and Takumi, I forget his last name right now. Those three are very, very close friends. Misan and my daughter and Takumi, they're good buddies. So
That's all Seattle folks. So
yep,
yeah, wonderful.
I got a picture of that if I can find it.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, it's graduation season. I suppose many of us have been to graduations for various people or had invitations. That's great. Okay, Young Jew.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm grateful for the Ishiguro family. I'm currently in Tacoma
Oh,
visiting Karen before
Close
she leaves
by.
for Germany. My friend. So I'm gonna be here with Yuki before school starts. Maybe go to Seattle. So I'm grateful for the Ishiguro family for hosting us and to be in Washington.
oh, wow.
Great.
Please keep coming north. Come see me in Bellingham. And you can go west and see the Wolfenburgers in Westport. Yeah. Go crabbing. Yeah. Yeah, that's exciting. Wonderful. Anyone else? Oh, there you go, Mike. Morning, Michael.
Morning, Larry. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Top of the morning to you. Are you jolly good today?
I'm jolly good. Not as jolly good as Reverend Thompson, but jolly.
Oh my goodness. How they doing? Is Pastor and First Lady okay?
Seem to be. We're not hearing much out of Las Vegas, but yeah, somewhat anxious to hear.
Yeah, I think they are conversing with Heavenly Parent and getting things squared away, but that's good. But I tell you, I'm grateful for God, two parents, divine principle, and a clear and grasp on life. You know, when you know that you know that you know, then you're in good shape. And I think we had that with our divine principle. I think we had that with a principal point of view. We have that with our two parents. We have it each and every day with morning devotion, and we go deeply into True Mother's words in her memoir. And only begotten daughter of God, Mother God. You know, that's understanding the essence of True Mother is really incredible. And I think right now, you know, we as unification, I feel it's just like it kind of hit me the other day. It's like we can be the most loving parent, you know, like in our faith. We could be the most loving and embracing people and bringing the principle to everyone. But at times, and when the time is needed, we have to be the most fierce warrior. It's like a coin, you know. When the time is right, you're the most bracing and loving person because you're bringing the blessing and you're saving people. But when you're in dire straits like this country is right now, with this wokeism, with this communism, with all this other stuff that's going on, you have to be the most fierce warrior. We have that in VOC. We have that in the principal view of life. And that's what needs to come to the forefront right now, because our country is in crisis mode right now. And we have forces. Father talked about headaches. He talked about communism. He talked about homosexuality. He talked about secular humanism taking over this country, destroying this country. And God pleaded with God. Father pleaded with God not to leave America. So here we are, here we are at this time. Is God waiting for us to get something done, squared away? Yes. Thank God we have morning devotion. We come together each and every morning. We go in deeply into this, the breakout rooms. We talk about it. We see what's going on in the world today. And we come up with the realization at the end of each and every day that there's a lot to do. So I am convinced and convicted that we're on the right path and that we're doing the right thing. And with you parents, with you mother, leading the way, we will be victorious. So I'm grateful for True Mother. I'm grateful for her steadfastness. I'm grateful for her insight, her intuition, her transformative thinking, transformative intellect and spirit, and revolutionary fire, passion to do the will of God. That's what I'm grateful for.
Thank you, Mr. Dickerson. Appreciate it. Yeah, we got what the world needs, and we need to be clear about that and loud and proud in the real sense. Yeah, strong. Thank you. Is there anyone else who'd like to share before we go into our reading? Right. Well, we'll just do that. Over there, Melissa has one more picture of Lan Young. Look at that. Look at all those colors. Oh my gosh, it was a beautiful day yesterday in Washington. Anyway, congratulations, Lan Young Beresford. Oh, she got one more. It's a proud mama. We have to watch. Look at that. There's wow, what a group of people you had there. Amazing. Yeah. Congratulations, Lan Young. All right. Maybe you'll all get a chance to meet Lan Young. I think she's on her path to GPA, and she's a great young woman. All right, so let's, Emily, I guess, let's go ahead with our reading of True Mother's memoir.
Yes, please join us in reading The Mother of Peace, Chapter 4. God's light shines upon a path of thorns. A speaking tour stained with tears. Mom, you're packing your suitcase again? I didn't answer my third daughter, Unjin, right away. My eldest daughter, Yejin, who was beside me and had been silently helping me pack, asked, Mother, where are you going this time? That is the first thing my children would ask when they saw me take out a suitcase and start packing. Children wish for their mother to always be near them, playing with them, embracing them. However, bound by church activities, meeting with people, and taking frequent trips, I was away from my children more than I was with them. Taking out my suitcase to pack my things signaled to my children that I was at the beginning of another mission far from home. Although traveling can be enjoyable, when it is a mission, challenges set in from the moment you leave. Even if you stay in a palace, your heart is not at ease, as it is not your home. Furthermore, if you are entrusted with a public mission, each step you take is laden with a heavy responsibility. For a decade after the Holy Wedding in 1960, I was rarely at home, so I was rarely comfortable. I went around the entire country, one day visiting a small village near the demarcation line with North Korea. Another day journeying to a remote island village, taking part in events and sharing time with members. My heart was not able to relax even for a single day. In 1969, crossing the ocean to Japan marked the beginning of my life of international tours. I had a demanding schedule, and as I arrived in each new city, I treated each new land as my own and the people in each country as my brothers and sisters. Nonetheless, I would find time to buy postcards at the end of the day. Though it was often past midnight, I would write letters to my children who were wishing I were at home. Here is one of them. Dear Hyojin, I miss you and want to see you, my son whom I always call to and think of and run to and hug, my good, cute, precious, beloved son, whom I never want to let go of. I miss you. So, Hyojin, though we are separated for a while, you are one of heaven's happy sons. Our filial son, Hyojin, our good-hearted and wise Hyojin, I love you. I know you will become a filial son of heaven, a filial son of earth, and a filial son of the universe. You will become a good example of a filial child. Both Appa and Oma feel so sad that we are too busy following the will and have such little time to spend with you. Yet we feel so proud and secure because of you. Hyojin, you are different from other children. Even though you run around with your friends, you must remember your origin is God and not damage his dignity. Appa and Oma are always proud of you. When we see you in the near future, can you surprise Appa and Oma a lot? Appa and Oma have a great dream for you. Oma is waiting and always praying for that. Stay healthy. Goodbye. The fact that I could not spend much quality time with my children due to my various public responsibilities always weighed on my mind. Despite this, my children were very mature for their age and grew up well. Once my eldest son, Hyojin, was interviewed by a newspaper reporter. What do you respect most about your mother? Hyojin answered without hesitation. I admire my mother's love and perseverance in embracing my father and making him happy. All mothers in the world are great, but my mother especially absolutely trusts and encourages us. I'm always deeply moved by how she does that. It's really amazing that she gave birth to 14 children, even though she's always so busy with global affairs.
Even on the hottest of summer days, I will not get into a cold swimming pool. It's because, as I mentioned, I gave birth to many children, 4 of them through cesarean sections. When I was giving birth to our 6th son, young Jin, I was in danger because his head was so large. My husband was in Europe, and I was told it would be dangerous for both mother and baby if we did not act within 30 minutes. So I had no choice but to undergo a cesarean section. Once you've had a cesarean section, it becomes difficult to give birth naturally. That being so, I prayed with a desperate heart. During that prayer, the scene of Jesus' crucifixion came to me. I managed the pain with the resolution that, through the birth of new life, I would overcome the force of death that surrounded Jesus on Calvary. As it is for all women, my giving birth to a new life was an experience of heaven and hell. I did not find it easy to have 4 C-sections. Yet each time I gave birth, I was ready to die for the sake of God and for the sake of the new life. In the same way that our house grew lively as we filled it with children, our churches kept springing up in cities and villages filled with new members. From the outset, however, our goal was not to have the biggest church in Korea. Our goal was to bring salvation to the world as a true church that would wipe away all of humanity's tears. To accomplish that goal, I went on multiple world tours, following the first one in 1969. From the early 90s, I was the keynote speaker. I gave more speeches at more rallies, events, gatherings, and seminars than I can count. My footprints are found in almost every corner of the globe, ranging from unfamiliar metropolises to small, primitive villages, from deserts scorched by the burning sun to thick jungles and breathtaking highlands. At each place, marginalized peoples, helpless women, children, and minority groups were waiting for me, and I anxiously looked forward to seeing them. I knew I could offer them peace of mind and that every step I took advanced the cause of peace. Knowing this enabled me to return to a room in a different hotel every night and resume the work at dawn the following day. It was typical for me to enter such a room in an unfamiliar city and sleep in a chair for a few hours, or to close my eyes while leaning back in a waiting room at an airport. Sometimes I came and went from a city without opening my suitcase. My mind was on meeting the people who were waiting for me. When I spoke in a communist nation for the first time, I sensed the presence of spirit persons outnumbering the living people who received me. While the region was embroiled in war, I went to Croatia. The moment I entered my hotel room, I knew that there were souls that had undergone unjust and miserable deaths, waiting for liberation. To liberate them, I did an all-night prayer vigil. When I go to Africa, I take anti-malarial medication. Once an incorrect prescription caused me to suffer severe side effects, and I caught malaria, experiencing pain and a high fever. My hectic tour schedule left me no time for treatment. Somehow, along the way, the malaria disappeared. In the autumn of 1996, I went to Bolivia, where I had an experience I cannot forget. The capital, La Paz, is the highest major city in the world, at an altitude of almost 4,000 meters. Non-natives inevitably suffer from altitude sickness. Scheduled to speak for nearly an hour, I had an oxygen tank beside me at the podium. To make matters worse, the podium started to tip over every time I leaned on it slightly. The only solution was to have a strong young member hold the podium steady while I spoke. People were concerned, but I smiled throughout the speech. I felt nauseous and had a throbbing headache, and my legs were trembling, but I ignored it all. Under such circumstances, on the verge of collapsing, I kept a stiff upper lip and carried on. The audience was impressed, and people complimented me for my presentation. A local dignitary said, "She really is a person sent by God." That event was a tremendous success, and at the victory celebration that evening, I warmly held the hands of each participating member individually. Even though I was exhausted, I maintained a high spirit for the sake of the precious guests, VIPs, and members who had come far away to meet me. It turned into a joyous occasion as we encouraged each other. When I returned home, my husband, who listened to all my speeches by phone or later through the internet, patted me on the back and expressed his appreciation. "Where else could you get such a blessing?" he said. "Having such a success at a place that is 4,000 meters closer to heaven." And
Okay, thank you so much, Emily and Youngju. Wow. Mother's amazing. That's all I can say. Incredible what she has gone through and is going through, even still, and still leading us. That's fantastic. Okay, let's break out and discuss what we've just learned. Thank you. Okay, thank you, everyone. Sorry, Marcus, he was in the middle of a great story talking about trudging up Mount Shasta and almost dying and no water. And maybe you can share the rest of the story later sometime. Marcus is better known as Gabby's dad these days. Yeah. Okay. Anyone like to share? Okay. Okay. Andy Weiss. I'm sure to unmute, Andy.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, just this morning's devotion, listening to Mother's speech, I recall that in 1993 there was so few people in Israel, and Mother was going to go to speak in Jerusalem. So I was in New Jersey, and I just, as a Jewish brother, I just hopped on a plane by myself and rented a car in Tel Aviv and drove there. And we got there, it was like 7 or 8 adults and like 5 or 6 kids. I don't know what, they were running their little business, Hood Bands V, you know. Mother's going to come. So they organized and got this hotel. So I was trying to take care of the hotel, 25 floors, and Mother's going to speak on a whole floor. And it was so amazing. But we had more protesters than participants. So 24 hours before, they pressured the hotel to cancel us. Mother was leaving like Greece or someplace, almost flying at the time. And it was like, suddenly we had to change venue literally in 24 hours. So they went to the Palestinian side because they threatened to take away their kosher license. And the hotel just broke down and said, we can't do it. So we found a place in the Palestinian side, and then we got like 5 buses to come. And so the people came to the hotel, and we tried to put them on a bus and take them to the other side of town. So about 40 people made the trip to the other side of town. It was really a humble victory.
Wow.
But then the next morning was really amazing. That's when we saw Mother. There was like 10 of us and 15 in there with the kids. And we're in the hotel, and Mother's looking at us with such a heart. And we knew what the struggle was. We could just imagine how she felt. And she just looked at us so sweetly and said, you need to witness more. And then this was very nice to us, and that was it. And so I just wanted to share that because I was Mother's tours were so amazing.
Wow, thanks, Andy. I mean, how many stories are there out there like that? These personal stories that we don't know about globally. Wow, those need to be collected. Amazing. Thank you very much. Yeah. And every place Mother went, Father would, wherever he was, Father would be reading along with her. Yeah, she refers to that in the book. And I think we've all experienced that, right?
Yeah, then the party after, she'd always be
party and
Mother.
And the cake.
That's right.
Thank you, Andy. Okay, someone else? Come on. There we go. Mike again. I get a big smile now, Mike. Okay.
Well,
Mike, 2 mics. Okay, we'll go with Mike Kellett.
2 mics. Who is first? 2 mics.
2 mics. We'll take them. Mike Kellett, then Mike Tippers. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like Andy, I was in Russia, and I heard that Mother was speaking in Minsk. So I jumped on a train. I had more freedom there. I was teaching martial arts. And I went up, I thought it'd help do security. So I went up to Minsk and Belarus. And Mother was in the airport, and I went up to True Mother and I said, I have a picture of me with Father grabbing my hair. And she looked at the picture. She goes, who took that picture? And I thought, why would, who? She didn't say like, oh, who took it? And I go, a brother. Well, let's just go a little bit. So just recently, not recently, but, Noel Jones, where he had that big program there at the church in LA. Well, the brother that took the picture of me, he took it, 30 years before that at Pasadena House. But here I am 30 years later, or whatever it was, the time period. It I helped out at the Noel Jones. Keith McCarthy asked me to help, go and shadow somebody who might cause a problem at this Noel Jones program. So I went up to the front to watch this brother. And then all of a sudden I got a tap on my shoulder from behind. And I turn around, and the brother that took the picture, Gary Jones Locke, 30 years before, took a picture, and Mother was just coming off the stage and took the picture of me with Mother behind me and like this. So the same brother that Mother asked, who was that brother, was the same brother that took the picture 30 years before. And so mother is very detailed, I guess. So I have my own little kind of connection from that, because I really try to put my heart into that there. I just, for me, the restoration of the mother is very important, given the fact that I've had a lot of resistance from my own mother. But I have had so much breakthrough. And most recently, my mom's still alive, 92, and I think a lot of healing there, and I'm just so grateful for. My bottom line is, that the Messiah is still on the earth, right? And Mother had expressed, I don't know if you remember, all you remember, she said that whatever you didn't do before, you can do now with me here, restore. So that means, that rings to me, kind of the guilt that I have that I haven't done, didn't do enough. And but with love, true mother is, if we love father, a lot of us, right? Old farts, excuse my words, but if we love father, we're going to love mother, right? That's the bottom line. If I love true father, I'm going to give my heart and soul to true mother. Anyway, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. Be sure and let mom, your true mother, know who took that picture. That's your responsibility in life. So you shared it with us. Okay.
I actually asked my mother recently, could you bless the marriage of my daughter, Grace? And she goes, she's already blessed. She's like laying in her deathbed. She's still alive. But they were there. Actually, my mother was a French teacher, and my daughter speaks French, and my son-in-law is from Congo. He speaks French, and she gave the blessing to my children, to my daughter. So amazing. There is more meat on the bone there. So there is real restoration going on. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Okay, San Diego, Mike Dickerson.
Thank you, Larry. Wow, that was really a journey there. I mean, you could literally hear the theme song of Mission Impossible playing as Andy and Mike were talking. I was waiting for Tom Cruise to jump out and say, yeah, we were there. Okay, well, no, but yes, it was, we've all had situations where it was like Mission Impossible, but we came through for God and two parents. So I'm even after saying that, it's like Father saying that after Two Mothers event, he said that she was 4,000 meters closer to heaven. So much, even in such a dire situations, so much happening, Father still could find the right moment to say that. But I see from the reading today, all the things, the trials and tribulations that your mother went through, and not only that, but having to leave her children, and that type of heartache and heartbreak that's going on. It deeply moved me, because I'm sure that many of us were in situations where we had to go to the front line, and our children, second gen, maybe they felt something in their heart that mom and dad is not there, or something is missing, But the prayer is that, but still in that type of situation, there was Hyojinim, who really could understand, truly an elder son, a heavenly elder son, filial son, who was able to understand that point, really setting a standard for the rest of the true children. And reaching out to true mother and letting her know that he understands and that he's embracing her and true parents, her true mother and true father and all that they do. And we could see that Hunjanin did the same, those two. So, that's the standard by which all true children should be following. And that's the standard by which a filial child should follow. That's us. We're filial children. We're filial children of our true parents. And so I'm deeply moved by that. I'm encouraged by that. And I think that at this particular time, that the blood, sweat, and tears that have been shed for heaven will not be in vain. And then as we here on morning devotion, we were able to really take this into our heart and understand this in the deepest possible way and live a life that true parents want us to live. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mike. Shirley.
Yeah. Good morning, Reverend and members. I would like to give other people chances to speak, but I can't hold back today. Michael, about the picture, who took the picture? And maybe, was it last week? Annie told us about her spirit world blessing. And she said, in our breakout, Shirley, I know you. And I said, I just can't remember you, Annie. And she said, yeah, I remember you. And maybe it's 30 years ago. And again, I couldn't remember. And we were in our breakout this morning. She showed me a picture of my family on her phone. It had to be 30, 35 years ago. She had that picture on her phone. And when she told us about her spirit world blessing, I said to myself, I want to get to know Annie. I really got to get to know her. And she's been in my mind back and forth. And today she shows me that picture. And I have your phone number, Annie, and we are friends. Thank you.
Well, that's beautiful, Shirley.
Thank you.
Never know how heaven's working. Thank you. Okay, Melissa, again, welcome back.
I just wanted to say, I remember, I think it was 94, but I'm not sure. But two children also went out to give speeches in that mother couldn't go everywhere. And Hanjin came down to San Diego, and we witnessed on a campus there, and brought people to the speech. And it was just nice that so many of the true children went out also and representing mother. And wish it was still a tight unit like that.
Thank you. Thank you. Anne, okay, Anne, your side. You please unmute.
Yes, Shirley just asked me to share the picture.
Oh.
So here goes. Is it coming up?
Hold it right there. I almost hold it still. We can see it. It's almost clear. Yeah, yeah.
Oops.
You cut his head off there.
Okay.
There you go. All right. we
I'm
see it.
sorry.
No problem. We get the idea. Wow.
Yeah. There
we go. There we go. Jim
Yeah.
and Shirley and the two boys.
Yeah.
Right.
Larry, we might have been working for you. We were in a mall at that time.
Could have been. Where are these linkages?
Thank
Well, that's
you.
amazing. Why did you have Shirley's family picture for so long? Are you muted again?
We met many years ago, and I think it was in Champion, and I think maybe this was the only picture she had. So she gave me, and it's so wonderful to hold on to pictures, because I see so many people in the morning, and I find pictures of them I want to show them from way back in the day. So it's good memories to have, to share with each other. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend that. I've been cleaning up all these pictures I have, in boxes and stuff. I'm thinking, my kids are just going to throw them away. So I've been going through, and when I find ones of people that I know they don't have, I scan them, or I photograph them, and I send it to them. And I've had such nice give and take with people I haven't met in years by doing that, because I remember that. Oh, where did you find that picture? And it really helps. Yeah, it's great. It's a great way to make a community, and it's the best kind of gift you can give to people, I think. So thanks, Anne, for sharing that with Shirley. Wow. Okay, Mike again.
I just wanted, since we're talking about pictures, my spiritual son, Bob Gopper, just wrote a book, Leaving Linda. He's got 60 pictures in there, but Leaving Linda, he wrote a book, you know, his connection to the church, and you can get it on Amazon. That's Linda, California.
Yeah.
So it's a testimony of his life and the true parents, and you know, anyway, he's got 60 pictures in that book too, but Leaving Linda, you can get it on Amazon. Little promotion there.
He's a good writer too. Good humor as well. Yeah. Yeah, I recommend it. Okay, let's hear some more. We got time. We might get time. Something's going. Wayne looks like he has something on his heart. I don't know. Maybe he's just happy. He's just happy all the time. That's okay too. Okay, well, if we could wrap things up a little bit early if there's nothing additional we wish to share. I have no announcements or anything from Reverend Thompson. They're still all in Las Vegas till Tuesday, so I'm sure there's a lot of activity in the Chung Shim Wan, a lot of prayer, and I think yeah, that's what we can be doing and connecting to Chung Shim Wan until everybody's released from there and comes back and lets us know what heaven has in mind for America going forward. So I'd like to ask Dr. Selleck if you could offer a prayer for us, please.
Let's pray. Our Heavenly Parent, once again, we've done an incredible hour together with brothers and sisters beyond geographical boundaries, beyond differences of externals, culture, everything. But we're brought together because we have one heart centered on true parents. Thank you for giving us this chance to read the True Mother's memoir with open hearts and an atmosphere of sharing and reading the memoir. We tap into our memories of 30, 40, 50 years ago, being with our true parents, and a lifetime of walking this path together, always one community, one heart. Thank you. Bless all the families and special blessings for our true parents and our leadership in Las Vegas. And I thank you and offer this prayer together with brothers and sisters in my name, William Seelig of the Seelig Bus Central family. Adieu.
Drew. Thank you, Dr. Bill. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, especially Emily and Karen, for making things happen every morning. Have a good day. Right. Bye-bye.
God bless you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Larry.
Yeah.
Andy, I'll call
Thank you, Reverend
Claim the
Christian.
victory.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mike.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Juice.
Mr. Tillett.